But, you know, it's other dudes out there that I want to fight who talking that nonsense, and I really want to give it to them. Because when I heard them, the referee can't save them. And y'all know who I'm talking about.
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, I know who I'm talking about. Look up my name on YouTube. You will see him. He the only person talking stuff. I don't need to give his name out. Just do your homework, and you know who I'm talking about. Fight Island, January 23rd.
I know who it is. It's James Krause. I just wanted to hear you say it.
You can say it. I ain't going to say his name.
All right, listen, Joaquin Buckley, it's about you tonight.
That right there, I honestly believe that Joe Rogan was trolling him. I mean, Joaquin Buckley had an impressive fight. He's had 2 back-to-back knockouts, but right there, that is a troll move. He was stirring the pot.
I think he's just doing his job. He's a great interviewer. He's great on the mic, obviously. So, yeah, he definitely was trying to he knew maybe that he could get under his skin with this. So he was doing his job. I enjoyed it.
It was funny. You could see that, but this is the thing. Look, James Krause has been around for a long time. Obviously, he's my coach, so I'm always going to go back with, you know, I'm always to pick his side, ride or die, just like we spoke with Brian Ortega. I'm a ride or die. But this is the thing is that James has the emotions of Joaquin Buckley in his back pocket. You know, emotionally, Joaquin could not control his anger or emotions in that moment. And James has it. James has them.
So what you're saying is, you know, if you're going to fight with emotion, because I have and fighters who have admitted this, and I won't say who they are, that they were not really focused on the fight itself. It was more of the emotion and just waiting to take that big shot to knock their opponent out. So it's kind of like their game plan goes out the window because they're fighting with emotion. So you're probably right. Well, you're probably right. So we'll see.
Think about it. We'll think about Conor McGregor, Nick Diaz. They use their words to emotionally throw off their opponent, and every one of their opponents literally were emotional. Like look at best example. If we go there, Conor McGregor, when he fought Jose Aldo was so emotionally just invested in the fight more than he was about the actual performance. He just wanted to kill Conor McGregor. And then you see him in that fight get knocked out in 12 seconds. And it was just, it happens all the time. And anybody that fought Conor, he would get him emotionally invested. The only person that didn't really break in that sense was Khabib, but James Krause just did this to Joaquin.
Yeah, without even setting foot in, you know, in the ring or in the octagon. So, maybe once it's fight night, maybe things will change. I don't know. Maybe he'll calm his nerves. Maybe it's just like the lead up into it, but we'll see.
Hey, he called the date out January 23rd. He called it on Fight Island. He called James Krause out. The UFC's not passing this moment up. This is the thing. Joaquin Buckley has the sauce on his side. He has the juice. He has everyone emotionally invested that's outside as an MMA fan. They believe the hype. He has that sensational KO. Then he comes in, gets a second KO. That is money right there to the UFC. They're doing all this stuff because he is doing everything he needs to do. And now he called out somebody, a vet. He called out a 70 pounder. He called out the James Krause, the 24-hour fight man. The guy would take any fight on any notice, any given time, any weight class. That right there is a ticket. That right there is a sale. That right there is money to the UFC. Everybody wants to see that, especially after that interview he did post-fight. It is going to lead on to any of his interviews that are upcoming for the next month, 2 months. And I tell you what, that fight is a must. That fight will happen. And honestly, I have James Krause winning that fight. And it's not any biased opinion. It's just James has the emotional battle won. He has the style to beat Joaquin. And if you look, Joaquin did get picked apart and knocked out by Kevin Holland in his first fight in the UFC, and it was smooth.
This first fight, I don't feel like you can really gauge much off of that. I mean, it's his first fight. Nerves. I don't know. I don't know. I was going to ask you though, the question is, who are you going to be betting on? And I'm going to take the underdog. I mean, everyone's probably rooting for Krause and thinking that Krause is good. And because he's your coach, I have some respect, of course, but I'm going to go for the underdog. We'll see.
I like it. Hey, I love that. I don't want you to always agree with what I did, what I have. But this is the thing too, is you have to understand is that Joaquin Buckley fought Impa and his spinning back kick, which was a highlight reel, which was impressive. But
Yes.
Impa has 6 fights total, started 2 years ago, and he wasn't really fight IQ. And then the fight after that, this recent one he fought the Beverly Hillbilly, who in his first 8 fights, all of his opponents collectively had not one win. All of the opponents that he fought, this guy he just knocked out last night, or the Saturday night, all the opponents that he fought in his first 8 fights never had a single win. They had multitude of losses. So it was all cupcaked. He'd been knocked out by Anthony Hernandez in the Contenders series. But since Anthony Hernandez popped for metabolites of marijuana, they took that loss off. So he's still undefeated. So he shows up to the UFC undefeated, but he got knocked out with the same combination, the same power, the same punch. Everything's the same. And Joaquin Buckley did exactly what he needed to do, but you could see the frustrations that happened with him. He even openly admitted in the interview that he had the hype. He had everything that he was going off of that would play a big part. You cannot play that with James, because James doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care about the hype. He doesn't care about anything. What James cares about is making money, and that fight is money.
Yeah, money in the bank for Krause. Yeah, well, we'll see. It's definitely, like you said, much anticipated, something we'll be looking forward to. And I'm sure there will be a lot of lead up until that. So I am ready. I'm excited, but I'm going to go with the underdog. That's it. I'm going to go take Buckley.
I posted on Twitter, if Krause doesn't take it, I'd jump in to take that fight. Cause again, it would be a fun fight for me and a fun fight for him. We're both the same. We want the win. We want the KO. It'll be electrifying. And especially if it's January 23rd, he wants to put me on that. I need a fight. It'll be awesome. But regardless, I've been having fun on Twitter recently. I've just been Twitter and Instagram. I'm switching this up. But I have been just messaging people the greatest DM slides that I have came up with, found, and people are suggesting, and it is fucking hilarious.
Okay, well, now you have to share with us.
Well, I sent you that amazing DM slide that I got the other day, where I slid in with I put a photo, 3 photos of household appliances, like household equipment, I should say, like your bedroom set, your closet full of clothes, or what was the other one? It was something else, your kitchen, like utensils. So it's just all pictures of just Google images. And literally I'd send all 3 of them and say, don't mind me just moving into your DMs. And I have had the most hysterical conversations with all of these females because of it. It just opens up the doors. And there's a couple of porn stars that I sent this to, and they've responded back, and we're having a conversation, and I absolutely love it. It's the best intro. And it reminds me of our very first conversation we had way back when you said how you like when people slide into your DMs when you would respond, and you gave out some, good slides there.
Yes. Make me laugh, come up with something that's original. And I feel like that is just, it gets my attention a little bit more than, hey, you want to bang? I'm going to do all these things to you. Oh, really? Are you? Like the talk is cheap. Like I've always said. I want to, you sent it to me earlier. Oh no, I think Professor X. I don't know. I need to know your dirty elf name. I know I'm going all over the place real quick.
Oh, we have that dirty elf name. Yeah.
I know. Well, we'll get to that, but more in the DMs. Don't let me forget that.
Oh, we'll put that out. Yeah. This is the thing, is that I've actually, I've had great success with it, but you know what? I unlocked some chambers into like having conversations with these beautiful women that you see on Instagram, and you think they're going to be awesome. But I have unlocked one that is just the most, I can't explain it. Like it almost is like you have to do all the work,
maybe not much of a conversationalist, or
it's not that. It's not that. So like we set up a situation to go hang out, and it was simple, easy. We're going for like milkshakes or coffee. And I never go for anything less or anything more, because I can finish a drink and get the fuck out if you're terrible.
Right.
But This is the thing is I slid in, I did all the things. We were supposed to meet up. I said, okay, we're going to do it 6 o'clock. So, I get off work at 6. I said, cool. I said, meet me downtown at 6:30. She's like, cool. So, and I was meeting downtown at 6:30. I said, hit me up when you get off. And literally like 6:30, I'm downtown already. I was already shopping. I already planned going regardless. I was just inviting them to come with me.
Okay. So it's just one person, not multiple.
No, this is just one.
Okay.
And the long story that goes down to it, she ends up texting back, or I end up texting her, and I was like, oh, check out this saxophone player. He was just ripping up the saxophone. I sent her a text, and then it turned into an argument, like real quick. Like, oh, I just got off work and I'm not coming because you didn't follow up with me. And I was like, we already set plans. You gave me no location of where to go. It's like, this area that I told you at is a small block. I just don't want to say it out loud.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's a small block. It's not hard. Hey, I'm on my way down that way. Where do you want to meet up? Oh, we can meet up at X location. That's how it usually goes. But it's like me going there and there was no 50%. So I was like, all right, whatever. We were supposed to meet Saturday. I set it up Friday. I gave her the anti-flake text. The anti-flake text, like, it means a lot that, it's trustworthy to find a girl that, is loyal to the words. That's rare these days.
Okay.
And then you just anti-flake. That's basically saying that to her, basically saying like she was going to pull out and not go. That's showing whatever it is that she's not going to flake on you. Well, Saturday comes and like, it's getting close to that time. And I was like, all right, you free? And she goes, no, I made plans. And I'm like, what? She's like, I didn't hear from you at all. I didn't hear from you at all. And, I'm not just going to sit here and wait and hope. I value my time. And I was like, well, I sat there and I was like, I feel like I have to do everything. And I told her, I was like, I feel like I have to do everything. I don't think this is going to be fun. I don't think it's going to be this. Next thing you know, I was just like, okay. It's like, we can go tomorrow. I said, we can go tomorrow. I'm going to the coffee shop. I got to try this new coffee spot.
Okay.
We'll go. I'm going to try this. And I don't know why I gave it a third. I'm just practicing and having fun. Next thing you know, she hit me up with, I was like, hey, we're going to meet up at the coffee shop. I said, we're going to meet up at the coffee shop at this. I'm going to try this new place. Meet me up there. I was like, wear jeans and, a sweater or a pullover, basically saying, and I said, leave your attitude at home. And I put a little smiley face. Yeah, a little smiley face. It's okay. Trust me, I'm a king at this. So I put a little smiley face, and then she comes back with that.
Snapped at you.
Oh, she napped at me. She goes, I have plans today to watch the game. And she said, what did she say? She said, and I would never go. I'd rather die than go on a date with someone that's telling me what to wear. And then my response back was fucking priceless. My response back was, it goes, sassy. I like that. ... And the next one right after was, never mind, bring the attitude, with like a little tongue emoji and like joking. And she got really mad at that.
Of course she did.
Dude, fuck you.
Listen, no. I would have not given her a second chance. I'm sorry. After when I have made other plans, like, okay, well, maybe I take that back. All right, fine. So maybe what she wanted you to do was just, hey, are we still good for 6:30? Blah, blah, blah. Like on the day of, because you talked to her Friday. So on Saturday, she wanted to just kind of like, whatever, one of you to check in, whatever, just to make sure. And then the whole attitude thing, laugh out loud. I don't know. I guess it depends on the girl if you don't know her, right? But I don't think it was good. Like your chemistry.
Not at all. Look, this is the thing, is that first and foremost, I'm doing this for research purposes at this point in time. Like, I'm trying things, seeing how it goes, but also at the same time, I want everyone to know, fuck that girl for literally taking everything so serious. Like, if you, because honestly, if say you go on a date with her, you do stuff, you literally now know there's going to be so much more problems and so much more issues having to deal with that person that it wouldn't be fun.
Yeah,
It
no.
sucks.
I would rather, in all honesty, if someone tells me, I like to know how to dress, because if we're going hiking, okay, meet me at this spot, right? We're going to have coffee. And then like we decide we're going to go, whatever, just say hiking, or we're going to go for a workout, just something, just whatever it may be. I would rather be ready and prepared. So I know, hey, cool. It's a more low key place. You don't, not that I don't think she misinterpreted that. She was not, she was just a little overly sensitive. So either she's maybe had somebody in her life that was really controlling, or she's a control freak with no personality. Done. That's it.
Basically, at the end of the day, this is, instead of saying, hey, dress casual, and this is like, hey, here, just wear jeans and a sweatshirt. It's cold outside. You could, a lot of girls I hate going out with that go spend hours on their makeup, or they just do everything and they create this fake personality to come out with you and be a fake fucking person during your time with each other. And you realize like this person fucking sucks because they're acting. They're putting on this mask just so you can do this on first impressions. So when I tell them, hey, dress up like in jeans and a sweatshirt, it's basically saying like, chill. Like this is just a casual hangout. But this is what I realized is that this person was really emotionally invested, like off of just a few text messages.
Yeah, that's a red flag. That's a red flag.
You do not get that. You do not get that mad and angry off of somebody that, and the thing is that each night before I sent out a non-flake and I sent out a reassuring text. Hey, we're meeting tomorrow. And when I messaged them hours before the hangout. It's just, I didn't message whenever they wanted me to. But the thing is like, I can't always ask you and ask and ask and ask. And then if it's a one-sided conversation, correct?
Agree.
And then what's the point of me talking to a brick wall? You're nothing good. You're going to be nothing but just a hole to fill at night. That's it.
Well, you put it like that, right?
But think about it. Think about how many friends that you have that are in relationships with like just brick walls, and they're like, well, the sex is fun and it's fun. That's it.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. If the sex is good, it's only 20% of the relationship. If it's bad, it's 80%. Okay. So you can have great sex. Oh, that totally disregarded what you just said. I guess the point being, sex is a huge part of it. But if you don't have somebody that you can connect with and have fun with outside of that, then no, you don't want to just, your personalities, it's okay to be different, but they have to match on some level where you can have a conversation.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's like, I never want to be around someone. And she's gorgeous. Like this girl she's a smoke show. She's put together perfectly. She's tall. She could be a model. She has dark skin, dark hair, beautiful fucking ass with breasts that would literally put on any magazine and everybody would buy that. That's how amazing this girl is. But when you talk to her, it's almost as if you have to buy everything. You have to do everything. You have to give her X, Y, and Z. Like she doesn't want Starbucks. She wants that expensive ass brand next door. She doesn't want to go to Old Navy shop. She wants to go to Gucci. She doesn't want you to take her to a mom and pop diner. She wants to take to the Mongolian grill or that top Andiamo steakhouse for that. It's one of those. And it's like, you literally fucking suck at talking, even visually through text, but the way you come off, you're just a fucking cunt. And that's how I interpreted it.
Yeah, that's Elvie's favorite word in Kingdom. Fucking cunt. And I was like, he says that a lot. Now I'm starting to say it. That's horrible.
You know what? I say the same shit.
Yeah, attitude's everything though. And a pretty face, a warm hole, but at the end of the day, you have to connect and it shouldn't always have to be the best. Middle of the road is nice. It's okay just to, run to Target. Like I like Target. I don't know. I've never swayed from Target, although I do like, my other nicer things, but that's a luxury. I never forget where you just don't forget those things because it's like one little thing in life can change. It could be right back there. And I would be okay with it because you know what? That's not, and I was explaining this to a little one in my house. that's not, the most important thing. My, and I don't want to get too, but she's like, what do you want for Christmas? And, some of the friends were over, what do you want for Christmas? And I said, well, I pretty much have everything I want for Christmas. I'm good. I said, I don't need anything. I'm really, oh, you always say that. And I said, well, it's true. I said, at the end of the day, you don't take the things, these things are really nice to have, and we should be appreciative and grateful. And it's nice, but it's not everything. I said, because when we go to heaven or we die, we don't take them with us. I said, but you know what? I like to make memories with my family and friends. I said, because those memories live in your heart forever. So it kind of gives me chills, and I know it's all cheesy, but it's true. It's superficial shit, but don't get me wrong. When I have my name brand stuff and I'm going out for the night with my man, or my girls, I feel like a boss. I feel like, hell yeah, I'm the shit. It's nice to do that once in a while, but it doesn't always have to be that way. It's cool just to throw a ball cap on.
You have to look at it like this. You just said your girls and your man, the guy you have been married to, the guy that you were with, and the friends that you surrounded yourself with. That's the thing, is that you've put the time in for that process, to where if a girl, your very first time you're going at it and you're already demanding this, that relationship it costs way too much. And I don't have the income to want to give to her. I don't have that
yet. See,
no, I have the income. We could do that. I just don't have the income to give that. I don't have that time and effort and that exhaustion and that constant battle of emotional, just sitting there. Why are you mad? Why I didn't get a fucking diamond? Fuck you. Sure. You know what I mean? Like, make your own shit.
It's easier.
But that's the thing, is that's what I'm saying in that sense, is that in money wise, it's not about that. It's just about the emotional time. Like, could you imagine dealing with this person? Like, I have to go to training. Oh, no, you're always going to training. Why don't you come out with us? Why don't we go here?
Yeah.
I'm trying to build a fucking empire. I'm not over here trying to go out to the club. I'm not over here trying to go out to your friend's house during COVID to hang out. Like, that's what this envisioning happens when I see this, which this is a crazy.
Speculative though. I mean, but you could get an idea that this would probably be how it went.
Absolutely. But this is the thing, is so there is another girl that I've talked about on here a while back where we went out and had an amazing date. She didn't go to prom, so I took her out I went to high school outside. We danced, we had ice cream. It was simple. I didn't go anywhere. I just played music and we ate ice cream. We spent $5 on the trip. And this girl is a smoke show. She is an actual model. She has way more fans, way more following, way more power than this girl that I literally had a funny interaction with. But that girl, literally, we talked, everything was cool, and we just kind of veered away, and then it happened back up. She sent me a message and basically was like, man, I've never had anyone ever take me out to do this type of dance. And it's just like, it was joking, it was going back and forth, it was playful, there was no stress, there was nothing. And it's talking about like hanging out again and going out. And it's like, that person, I never burnt a bridge, and they never burnt the bridge where it was fun. We had our time and it went away. And now it's coming back where it's like, hey, like, I miss your company. Like, you were fun. She probably went on a whole bunch of dates with some other guys, and you ended up finding that same style of guy of the girl that I'm literally shattering on here and saying how shitty she is. She's probably ran into all those type of guys. So them two might be a good connection.
Yeah, they might be. I'm always trying to play devil's advocate here, or I don't want to be negative, Nancy, but when you were saying, this girl got all done up, and I think though for a first date, depending on the situation, but we want to make a good impression. And, so I don't think it's being fake, because I like to get done up, but I don't always have to. I just feel like it's okay to do that. I'm not saying change and then be a lazy ass down the road, because for me, I think some of or for my situation, and it's unique, of course, because of the history. However, I like to do those things, and I don't like to forget about getting done up, or I don't want to look like a damn haggle, all the time, because I don't have to look at that all the time. I mean, he accepts me for who I am, and I get that, but I think first impressions are lasting, and it's important to maintain your sexiness and your, desire for each other, and kind of keep that going. Otherwise, it won't work. So you can't knock a girl for getting done out the first date or the first 3 months.
I shouldn't, I don't want you to think that I'm knocking her down or beating her down at all. This is me just suggesting, and I can always suggest, hey, you should just wear some jeans and a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
The place we're going to is a brick and mortar hippie building where if you would walk in there with a Prada or a Prada dress with high heels, you're going to stick out with a sore thumb. And also it would be uncomfortable in that situation, in that area.
I get that.
It's just me. And it's not me saying, don't get dressed up, I'm just suggesting, hey, it's just going to be jeans and t-shirt. This is what I'm going to wear. I don't want you to really dress up. I want you to kind of just be relaxed and hang out and chill. This is our first time meeting. It's not like we're dating. It's not like we're getting married. It's just a meeting. This is two friends. It's two platonic people talking. I there's not one thing that I say, hey, we're going to go and do this, or, hey, I want you to come over. Hey, this, that, and the other. There's none of that happening. This is me saying, hey, do you want to grab a cup of coffee? I want to spend time with you. I want to figure out who you are, but I want to be relaxed and chill to where you are yourself and not somebody else.
Okay. So I think that was a good, good opportunity. You obviously, it's all for research purposes only. So needy girls right off the bat, huge red flag, guys. No, that's my Family Feud, when they think they're going to get the right answer. And then it's no, big red flag. Don't do it. Stay away from those kind of girls. It should just be really easy, relaxed, not too intense. I mean, you shouldn't be blowing each other's phones up at first. I mean, just casually. I'm not saying, play games where you would, wait 2 days. If you feel like texting the person, text them, but don't be like a stage 5 clinger. Just don't, that's not cool either. So it's like that happy balance.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's just practice. And also too, I just wanted a good story because it was done after the first time she stood me up, but I was like, you know what? I'm fucking bored. I can't train right now because I'm letting my body just relax from the big cut. So I was just, it's fucked up, but I'm egging it on just to see
you are.
How much more information that can come. Oh, yeah, I'm just stirring the pot, but that's what we're supposed to do, right? This is trial and error, right?
Ruffle those feathers. I used to do that to Professor X. I go, ooh, baby, I'm ruffling those feathers. And I used to go around like, this just pisses him off. Oh, yeah.
So the porn star that I messaged, she I sat there and did that. She laughed her ass off. And then I had nothing to say. Legitimately had nothing to say afterwards because I was just kind of like, fuck, what do I say? It's so hard to follow up. So I basically just you know what? I gave it a couple days because I have to think about what to say because I don't know what the fuck to say to her. Do you know how many people probably slide into her DMs?
Right.
I mean, I can only imagine. I'm literally, you could tell me how many people slide in your DMs. Well, anyways, so today I ended up sending a link to my Instagram. I said, you should totally follow this hot guy. And then that's it. And with a little tongue emoji face, your tongue out emoji.
Was it one? Oh, okay, that's good. I was gonna say, was it one of you on the strip blurred out?
No, it's just my Instagram. So whenever she clicks it, it's going to go straight to my Instagram. Okay. So then she can see all these photos of me and just be like, oh, okay. So it depends. If she follows me, then we're in. If she doesn't, then cool. Then the floodgates have to open up. I opened them up. But yeah, speaking of porn stars, we have the upcoming AVNs, right?
Yeah.
AVNs and Porn Hunt Awards.
It's all virtual.
How does that work then?
I don't know. In all honesty, it's, they used to have them at the Hard Rock. So, and I don't know, there was this buyout or change of ownership. And then they started, because of the whole pandemic, I think everything is just going to be virtual. So they have that. And which, I've said my piece with the awards. I mean, I was grateful to have won the awards, that I won. And it's a cool opportunity. It's really kind of cool for the industry to get together. the fans. So it's a lot of fun. So I know a lot of people, especially the fans, will be missing out mostly. And everything's going to be online, virtual. So we'll see. It's a different world right now.
Yeah, I would like to see that. I think the AVNs are in January or February.
January.
And then Pornhub's awards are in December 15th. But I
Coming
don't really know. I don't
Yeah.
know how I don't know how you pick people, like that's the thing. It makes no sense because I was looking it up and looking up the nominees and looking up the people that were put on there. And when you see it, it's like, oh, well, this person's definitely, when you look at anal, like an anal award, and you see Annabelle Danger on there, like that's all I really know of her and her butt.
Right.
Abella.
Like, yep.
Annabelle, what's her name?
Abella.
What do I keep saying?
Annabelle. There's another Annabelle, but not Annabelle.
Yeah.
It's okay. Abella.
I'm gonna figure this out one day.
Don't worry about it.
She's not my top search. I'm sorry. She's not my top search. She's cute.
That's okay. Yeah, no. Yeah, she's an outstanding performer. Absolutely. And awards are based on, just from what I've known in the past 8 years, a lot of it, it's like you have your director's favorites, you have your fan favorites, you have your AVN favorites. And so there's a lot of politics, obviously, with any type of award show. I don't like to speak too negatively. I've kind of said my piece about how they kind of pick and choose who's going to go up on stage. And I feel like certain genres are slighted, and I don't like that. So when I spoke up about that, they didn't like that, which is fine though. I think I had earned put my time in the industry, and I kind of put it out there. All in all, it's a fun show. They do a pretty good job. I hope that they choose a different venue, because Hard Rock was just so smoky. It was so outdated. It was cut up all over. I feel that they can do better.
Hard Rock, which Hard Rock?
Hard Rock in Vegas.
Hard Rock in Vegas is gone.
Right. Well, that's where they used to have it. I know, but I'm just saying the next venue, because I know there's some changes going on with that. I hope it's better, because I know they can do better. And I just wish they would look past certain things, but we'll see. We will definitely see. It's a big party. It's a lot of fun, a lot of great performers, and it's a good time. So we'll see how it goes virtually. I don't know. The Pornhub one is a little bit more recent. So that is essentially based on Pornhub, the site. So their top performers and a big association with Brazzers or Manwin. So I've never been. I've been invited, but I just haven't been able to make it out there. Brazzers has always been great to me. So I'm grateful for that. Mind Geek. They actually offered me a contract not too long ago, and I passed it up just because I'm really enjoying time at home. But I think in 2021, I'm going to shoot a few for some companies, which is going to be cool. So I'm sure it's going to be a good time though. And there's also our virtual. So we'll see. I don't know the categories. I can only imagine that they're a little bit crazier than the standard like categories in AVN. So that's kind of fun. I think there was some of these titles, like for best, what was it? Best movie title was like There's Ants in My Pants, or Big Black something in my crapper or something. It was crazy. So yeah, Black Rapper, my crapper. Thank you. So I like that part. I mean, there's a lot of like, in all honesty, like they have performers who come throughout the show, like a halftime type show. They had Cardi B there before. So they put it on. It's just, they need a better venue. That's it.
See, I think that would be super fun to go to these awards, because I've seen the conventions that they do in Vegas. I've seen all of the artists and the models and the performers walking through Vegas, talking to them. They're so fun. And it would just be amazing being at that spot with all these different people, hanging out with them, partying, seeing their side outside of it, because everybody has everybody has a different side outside of the industry. As you see, like you love MMA, you love being
like, what else do you like?
Mom, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you love being a mom. You love doing business. You love betting. you love other sports than just being an actress. And that's the thing is like, you don't get to see that. You don't get to see that side of them unless you get to meet them, unless you get to talk to them. And that's one thing is like, I started researching recently, like I've never researched porn.
Right.
And like I've researched porn, but that's just for, you know, my own
viewing pleasure,
my own late night pleasurable things. And, you know, everybody has that issue where they're sitting there looking for the right video, the right angle, the right time, the right noise.
Yeah, it takes a long time.
30 minutes scrolling of Netflix porn. And you're like, oh, find the right one. And you're like 2 seconds and it's over. But, you know, this is the thing is like, you don't get to see that. They all play actors. So that's one thing I would love to do is go to an actual like convention or a awards ceremony to see everyone done up, to see how they act, to see how they are in just person, because some of them that have came through they're awesome.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
But also like to find out those asshole ones.
Yeah.
Those asshole ones are the ones that the fans are always putting in blast. And I'm like, man, you see this person, you think they're awesome, but then the fans go at it like, your favorite one, can I bring her up?
Well, we are not going to be negative. We are going into 2021 positive. So I'm not going to go there. It's, you know, I say it once. I don't focus on the negative, you know.
I like that.
And she has to live with herself, so she knows.
I love that. I love that. So we won't go on negative. So let's keep it rolling on the positives, just like we're always positive on this. We're definitely going to do some more research on our next week on the Pornhub Awards, because they're going to be December 15th. So we're going to find some of the categories, kind of talk about them there. But let's hear, you know, your positive input on the beauty or beast of the week of your choice. Do you have somebody right now, or do you want me to throw out the amazing one?
Yeah, I haven't done it because I thought we were going to be doing it next week. So
we'll put out a beast.
Sunny Andrews, right? We were talking about how she won her competition. She was in a bodybuilding competition.
Yeah,
fitness.
She just won her pro card last night. Was it Dr. Why am I going mind blank? She's like the
Sunny
best.
Andrews.
Dr. Sunny Andrews. Yes, that's her Instagram handle. She is amazing. She's been working hard. She's been doing crazy amount of advertisement on her Instagram of her workouts, of her post deals. She's always engaging with her fans. And this past weekend, she took number one in, I don't know. I don't know if it was in Iowa or if it was in California. And she took number one. She ended up getting her pro card. So she's a new pro for body workout.
Awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. We had direct message back and forth, and she was just really positive, and she sent me a cute picture of her in the OR. So I just thought that was cool. So she, you know, took the time to do that. So
would you two ever do anything together? Cause I think she has an OnlyFans.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think she has an OnlyFans. She has it on there, and I don't know. I think she's married as well.
Okay.
Oh, I think we should set this up. Like, I will set this up.
I'm going to be in Vegas the 7th, 8th, and 9th. So I'm shooting, we talked about it, like 8 to 9 scenes, which is going to be great.
She's not from Vegas, though.
Well,
I think she's from your neck of the woods.
No.
I honestly, I think she's
Vegas.
No, she's not. She doesn't live in Vegas.
I
I promise you, I'm pretty sure she's in the Midwest, or East Coast.
Huh.
I think you guys are closer than you think.
Okay, well, that could just work out.
I'm going to set this up. Actually, no, I'm not. You're going to have Professor X set it up. But no, when you saw her, if you look at her post of her winning this past weekend, she's a smoke show. She's super intelligent because she's a doctor. She's a surgeon. But at the same time, like when you look at her, she's very, very defined it all over, and all of her muscles. Like you can tell she takes care of her body, and it's been years to put it in.
I need like a quarter of the muscle that she has. So I am going to be definitely touching base with you, Dr. Andrews, very soon.
I love it. I love it.
So what is go for it. Your male. Oh, you're going to do a male beauty or male beast, right?
My male beast of the week, as some of you guys can see right here. This one is the OG pumpkin. As you can see, this says "The world is yours." This is a Scarface reference on his T-shirt, and the pumpkin right here is actually a drawing that's inside. It's a drawing that his son did. Now, this is a cool thing. His name is Angel Cortez.
Okay, gonna look at him right now.
Right, Angel Cortez, I think is. Yes, there's Angel. I could be butchering his last name. He's an OG pumpkin. Well, he started his life. It was a little bit rough. You know, I spoke with him. It was real rough. He got into like the bad neighborhoods when he was younger. He was a skater, punk kid, as he would refer himself to, Hispanic, and he ended up smaller than everybody else. He ended up loving military-based movies, loving all of that action that they have, and he had a huge found respect for them. And he realized the route that he was going as a kid was not the greatest route. So when he turned 17, he ended up enlisting into the Army and ended up becoming a Ranger. Okay. Now, after it was done, he was feeling a type of way. He was lost. The Army, the military, they all gave him a sense of guidance, and he would just had stuff to go. I mean, he fought in Iraq. He served his country. And when the time was up, it was up. So he didn't have the same regulations, the guides. He knew his mission every day. He was on a schedule. So when he comes here, he was lost. He didn't know what was going on. And he fell in love with mixed martial arts. And in that time, you know, he found some sense of just compassion with his fellow military brothers, that he ended up having a housing of just everyone coming over for the fights. He would buy food. He would buy the fights, the pay-per-views. He would make sure everybody has a home, so they know no matter what, on this day, we are going to get together. We're going to spend time. We're going to shoot the shit. We're going to enjoy it. And you're around your people. So he gave a schedule on that. And as he continued this, he ended up, was blessed that he was getting a child. But as he was doing that, you know, children cost a lot of money, and he wasn't able to do the same as he could. So he had to stop that. And it kind of hurt. So he didn't know what to do to financially get everything going to where he can keep, you know, building up for the military and building up for the veterans that are around his city or just around the world. And he just kind of started doing little things and built a following. And as his son got older, his son created this picture where it was just a drawing, and something clicked with him. He's like, I'm going to do my business off this. So he creates stickers, he creates hats, he creates sweatshirts of all these, you know, drawings of his son, but he emplaced them on different type of memorabilia or covers of different movies or scenes. And there's some awesome ones. Like he has The Nightmare Before Christmas. There's a scene, and then the moon in the background, you know, whenever they're Jack Skellington and Sally are standing on that, like, that hill that kind of swerves around in the graveyard, the background, instead of it being the moon, it is his son's drawing of the pumpkin. And then he has this one right here is the Scarface emblem on the back of it. So he makes t-shirts, and all of his proceeds, the majority of his proceeds that he gets, he's donating it back to the veterans, and he's giving back to help provide for all of these military people that need help and that need to find their way, because it's tough once you're out of it. You need guidance, and he's there for it. He supports the MMA community. And I saw this shirt.
Oh, I need one. But okay. So I'm looking on the Instagram and I cannot find his actual Instagram.
I sent you his Instagram. I'll look it up real quick and pull it, but it's the OG pumpkin, and it's not one word, it's multiple. So it's OG pumpkin, and it's the THE_OG_pumpkin. And like, if you look at him, he's already posting. He's posting MMA. He's posting jiu-jitsu. He's posting all these awesome photos with his, you know, son's drawing. Yes.
That's it? Can you see it?
That's his little one right there.
Okay. Oh, that was turned back to me. I don't want that one. So the OG pumpkin, it says constant progression, community building, ogpumpkin.com.
Yeah, ogpumpkin.com is where you can get all the stuff, the supplies, and all the donations and stuff can be made there. But that's why he's my beast of the week. I have my cornerman come out, and his name's Vince Kuzi, and he's from Kansas City. He's all military. He loves the military. He's going to get enlisted in the military. He literally just got done graduating with his law degree. He is a lawyer, passed the bar, everything. He's a lawyer. And instead of going and pursuing in law, he went straight and he just took his ASVAB because he's going to go into the military. And he was wearing this shirt when we were doing interviews, and I looked over and asked him about it. He told me the story. I reached out to Angel, and I ended up talking to him via Instagram. And sooner or later, I want to get him on this podcast to kind of tell his story, because this guy is amazing. He's inspirational. And it's just crazy how his life churned from being like in a bad place when he was young to losing all of his friends from being able to have a kid, not losing all his friends, but losing that love that he had to bring all of his friends together because he had to financially support his child. And then his child gave him this gift that created a company. It's like the world kept churning into his favor and he just went after it. I think it's fucking amazing.
Yeah. First and foremost, a huge thank you for all of our military. I mean, past and present, I cannot imagine. And I don't think we really stop. I mean, we acknowledge them on Veterans Day. However, I know I couldn't do it. I would not be as strong as they are to be able to leave my family and my loved ones to protect the greater good, all of us. So thank you for that. It is definitely appreciated. And I know, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but when I go to the airport and I'm traveling, I'm always doing because you can donate to the troops in Detroit every time. They always, donate to the troops. So I always do. So little things like that, but I know they're grateful. And I think too, if I were to go over, I am maybe a 21-year-old male or female, or some of them 19 years old, right? Some of them are sergeants, they're not just these regular, not that it matters. I don't mean like that, but in these platoons, and they're leading, I don't know the right verbiage, they're leading, their group of men into combat. I mean, they are faced with these decisions that affect other people's lives. So they're losing friends, they're in control, they have a purpose that is so important. They're done, their tour's up, maybe they're, for whatever reason, they decide they've done their 4-6 years, whatever it is. They come back and now it's like, now what, right? What is my purpose? PTSD. How do you assimilate back into normal society? I mean, I'm sure there's much more to it than that, but I just can't imagine having all that responsibility and then coming back and trying to figure out where you fit in. So America, you need to do more for our veterans and our military coming back. There needs to be more programs for them. Absolutely. I'm on board. Now I'm inspired. Got to do something. Going to do something for this gentleman here. Going to buy a shirt and a couple things. So anyway, thank you guys. But I do believe that. And I've heard that from a lot of people. They just don't support them enough. So
yeah, I agree with you. It's crazy that we literally need the military to, get what we have to this day. Everything that we've ever had came from military and the veterans and the people that sacrificed their lives for us to have this podcast, for me to be in the UFC, for you to be in the adult industry, for you to make it. And if this didn't happen, we wouldn't be in the situations we're at. We could literally be being controlled on what to eat, what to do, ration portions. And it sucks to see that. Like, one of my good friends came from the Marines back in high school. He came back home, and talking to him, he was suffering from PTSD. We worked together at the bar, and there was just times at the bar which he would just kind of like, he would almost lose his mind because it was loud. There was things that flashed back, and people were just complete
assholes.
Dicks to him.
Yeah.
They were just a dick.
Yeah.
And it was like, he's like sitting there. He's like, man, I fought in Iraq, so you can just throw this fucking drink in my face. So you can sit there and get mad because you don't feel like you had enough alcohol in it. And it was just like, we would have to sit there and talk and everything. And sooner or later, we ended up, I ended up getting him to quit from just the bar scene because that was just it was toxic for him, especially like, look, he's a Marine. He loves to drink. He can outdrink just about any person that is not in a Marine themselves. Yeah. And, we had to keep him out of the bar, but he's doing great now. He's doing amazing. He seeks help. He's been helped, but he was helped by other, military veterans. It didn't even matter which branch it was in. He had people that were Army, that were even National Guard, if you want to put it. They literally would help him out. They know what he's going through in a very different way. And if it wasn't for them, you know, my friend probably wouldn't be here today. Like I'll never forget him crying and telling me what he saw and the things he was, that when he was over there, and it was rough listening to it. But I sat there for 6 hours after work, and we get off at 2:00 in the morning. So think of that, 6 hours we sat together, and he just vented and cried and everything. And it's just amazing to see something like, you know, OG Pumpkin, what he's doing to help his community, the people around him, the military branches out there on the West Coast. And it can grow bigger, but it all depends on how everyone teams up to help him do this for his people, for his, you know, community. And he's doing it the smartest way. Is he's starting small. He's not trying to change the world. He's trying to change the ones around him by simply doing UFC events. Can you imagine that? My boy is hosting UFC events at his house.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? Just for people to come shoot this shit, to watch.
Yes, violence. To watch you, hopefully soon, dominate somebody in the octagon, right?
Nah, absolutely. I love it. I think it's great. And I think on that note, I think that's a good stop to end at. I want everyone to kind of sit there and know that, you know, if you know someone in the military, if you know someone that's suffering, you know, or that needs help, reach out and talk to them. If not, we have people we'll plug in to help this out. We're definitely going to get OG Pumpkin on here to talk a little bit more. And we just want to keep going from there.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for today. We had fun, and enjoy the rest of your week.